Hey guys, how are you doing today? It's a pleasure to see you. Well, listen, I know I'm starting very, very late, right? Compared to, I think probably 15 minutes or 20 minutes later than what was planned. So apologies for that. But guess what? I think we're gonna talk about AIM models today. But I think I just saw a news and I couldn't help but just looking at what was happening there. So you probably would have seen that President Biden is actually dropping out of the race. So in the US. So it's a momentous news, right? So we're probably gonna come back to that at some point in time, right? So but today what I want to talk to you about it's AI models because we have had our first launch crowdlending campaign for Lend for Good. And for us, definitely it was a key milestone because we've been working in the background, for on that for a little sometime, right? So you always knew that on the 30th of November, we had this agreement, this press release where we said that we were going to work together. But now we have now achieved just that. So we have now obviously gone ahead and obviously published our first campaign and not talk about that for you. So that is what we need to be talking about. And by the way, thank you for reaching out to me. So guys, just stay tuned. Hello, everybody. So, my name is Tony Chi. I'm the founder and CEO of Renewables in Africa. What we do is we raise awareness about renewables energy in Africa, but across the globe. And if you are a product developer, if you are an EPC company, if you are an investor and a supplier, guys, I think if you're looking to tap into Africa, I want to work with you. I want to work with you. I want you to work with me, right? Because I want to help you to reduce significantly your business development costs. And I also want to help you to basically fast track your access to customers. Yeah. How? I want to talk to you about the system that we've developed, which is awareness packages. Help you three ways. Number one is to make sure that you get the visibility that you need. Visibility to who? To general public, certainly, but more importantly, the visibility to the people that matter the most to you. And who are these guys? These are the guys who buy your product, your services for your program. Because if those guys, if you don't have their attention, out of their mind, out of sight, out of mind. I'm sure you remember that, right? That's what I want to help you with. Yeah. So that's the system that we develop. Once you get that visibility, then you can derive the quality lead. And from the quality lead, it takes you to the sales. This is how you grow your business. And this is what I want to help you with. And I'm hoping that you're going to let me help you. And this way I can show you how this is working. But today, I want to come back because, as I say, so we have launched our first Lend for Good crowdlending campaign, and obviously the Q and A was. I know I'm biased, but it's just magnificent, right? And you absolutely gotta watch it. You gotta watch it, and I'm just gonna drop the link here at the bottom, so for the Vimeo video. So you gotta go and have a look at that. But I'm just coming back in front of you because I want to debrief that a little bit, right? Just want to give you a little bit of more information because now obviously the launch is gone. The hard work now starts, which is how do we make sure that we can actually propel this company, L Motors, and take that forward. So, and you probably can be asking, okay, Tony, you talked about Land for Good, but please remind us what Land for Good is. What is that they do, and why L Motors? Why is it a good investment? That is what I want to come back and talk to you about that, and obviously you can make your informed decision here, right? So I'm not making any unsolicited approach in here. I'm simply sharing information, giving you the link from the information, giving my perspective, which is biased. I remind you, yes, it is. However, I give you the information, you go, you have a look at that, and if it's something that you'd like to find more information about, I'm sure the whole company will be delighted to do so. But what is Lend for Good, first of all? So, Lend for Good, it is a platform that facilitates crowd lending with a focus on social and environmental impact. I want to emphasize on focusing here. So, what it does is it would enable individuals to lend. So, that means you and I, or any other, let's say, accredited investor or non accredited investors, to lend capital to support enterprises that are working to solve social and also environmental challenges. And each deal on that platform, Lend for Good, is actually endorsed by vetted partners of Lend for Good. And what happened is, so Renewables in Africa, we've entered into a collaboration agreement with LendForGood. We have become an official intermediary partners. So that means we are now able to list deals on those platforms for people to go and invest into it. Yeah. So this is actually what has happened on the back of last year and end of last year. And the mission here, as I say, is clearly to grow impact enterprise all over the world. So awesome businesses, what kind of transformative change could be bring? That is what we want to do here. And what problem is it solving here? Because emerging enterprise, I don't know. I'm sure you know some of them, and many of them. So they find it hard to access smaller amount of affordable capital, to grow. So how many times have you come across people they need what? 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 just to find out it's difficult for them to get them. They always get the same the same answer, right? So if you're looking for millions, yeah, it's easier for us because guess what? The amount of time, money we spend on the small deals, same thing that I do than those big deals. So hence we're gonna focus on big deals. Yeah. So and this guy they got stuck. And the option at the disposal is very slim, right? It's either you're gonna find lucky enough to find some equity investor who's gonna obviously give them the money, but for a larger chunk of equity that they're not prepared yet at this stage to let go of, or they're lucky enough to find a lender. But that money, is gonna come at, let's say, a certain cost, right? So what kind of cost are we talking about here? So you all know that across the continent, so we talked about double digit. It actually could be closer to the 20% and more. Obviously there is a reason why those lenders will go and obviously charges can my I'm not here to criticize them, but I believe fundamentally we can do better than that. Really, yeah. So that is the reason why with the renewables in Africa, we were interested to start working with Lendford to say, hey, okay, how can we obviously help those company, which is in what we call the Mr. Middle, right? They're not a startup yet, right? So the impact company, they're looking for capital to grow, but they also want to have accessible capital to be able to go there. So this is where we decided to jump on board. And I'm making no secret of the fact that after that, renewables in Africa, we've always been looking to basically create a fund here. We're probably going to get there at some point, right? So create a fund to make sure that we can have those businesses. But in between, right? So the Lend for Good opportunity was for a fantastic opportunity we could not let go of, to start working in this direction, working with people that have the expertise, the experience, learn with them. And for us, because we are in touch with so many businesses, and as I'm speaking to you here, so after the one that we launched, we have another two businesses already that are listed, right? And I'm sure that as I talk to you, so more people will actually reach out to me. And by the way, do reach out to me if you have a business that makes sense. You're obviously looking for capital that you want to go. But let me say that. So what is interesting is business that are already operational. You already have some revenue coming in, right? So we don't want brand new business. They're not proven at all. And I think that one, like I say, is a different kind of capital that you want. Probably equity is good at that point in time. Here we're looking at people that are looking to grow, right? So that is what we're doing. So yeah, clearly our intention was and is to obviously create a fund at some point in time. But before we get there, we want to work with people that are already ahead of the game. That is what for us, the natural collaboration with Lend for Good really made so much sense. Yeah. So we decided to jump into it. So and the first company that we presented here was AO Models. And the way the process is laid out, very simple. So if you're interested, you will reach out to us. We say you're interested. We're obviously going to reply to you. So and you're going to send us a teaser. We'll look at your teaser. If the teaser look okay, we'll invite you to obviously to go through a DD process, which obviously there are fees attached to that. So DD process, a thorough DD process. So the data process is passed and is okay. Then at Renewables in Africa, we can recommend your business into the Lend for Good crowdlending platform and they can then raise some capital. So it is relatively as simple as that. And the first company we went for was actually AO Models. Actually, there's another two that's actually coming up. AO Models, we're going with them. So we obviously the company that we know very well for a good few months now. We've worked alongside them. We studied them properly, and then they've gone through like a delicate, thorough DD process that they've passed, and we're happy to obviously recommend them to Lend for Good. And we had because once you pass the DD, and obviously we go through the paperwork where we fill up a number of application forms, right? So The LendForGood team, very good, very professional. They obviously go through all of it to list your deal. But before it actually goes live, to what actually what actually finalize the process of going live, if you're obviously going through open public Q&A when you present your business and people obviously in the room are able to listen to that and obviously ask questions. And in that room, you can expect it's going to have future investors. So this is actually the way it happened. That's what happened for AO Motors. So AO Motors was the first company to do that. I'll put the link on the description below. You'll be able to see that. But let me show you a short presentation video of AO Motors that obviously they presented there for you to get to look at and look better understanding who they are. And I want to tell you why I believe they are a sound investment to look for. And after that, we can wrap up. And now, if you have any question, happy to respond to that. But let me give you that information so you can see that. Is that okay? Excellent, guys. So let me flip and just share you the short video on Elmodo. It's about 4 minutes, but it's important for you to have a look at that so you get a sense. Yeah, guys, I'll see you in a minute. Let's have a video.
Welcome to AO Motors, where we are reshaping urban mobility across Africa with our revolutionary electric motorcycles. Founded on the principles of sustainability and innovation, AO Motors is dedicated to providing reliable, eco-friendly transportation solutions. Step inside and discover our diverse range of electric motorcycles designed for every need and lifestyle. From the powerful AO Dynasty to the sleek AO Elegance, experience the future of transportation. AO Motors, driving innovation forward. Our showroom is open to everyone, inviting you to test drive our models and experience the future of mobility firsthand. Discover the AO Dynasty and AO Elegance, pioneers in electric mobility. The Dynasty features a robust 3.5 kilowatts motor and has a lithium battery, providing a range of up to 120 kilometers. Meanwhile, the Elegance offers luxury and performance with a battery extending up to 150 kilometers. Both models combine innovation and sustainability, ideal for urban commuting. Partnering closely with local communities and drivers is at the core of our mission at AO Motors. For over 4 years, we have been immersed in collaboration, studying data, and ensuring our motorcycles directly address their needs. This approach goes beyond mere transportation. It empowers livelihoods. By enhancing the earning potential of drivers through efficient and affordable mobility solutions, our motorcycles catalyze economic growth. We are committed to remaining deeply connected to the population we serve, ensuring that every innovation and solution reflects real-world insights and benefits. At AO Motors, safety is our top priority, which is why we integrate advanced LFP, lithium iron phosphate, batteries known for their exceptional stability and safety. Each battery pack is meticulously monitored and balanced by a dedicated battery management system, BMS, ensuring optimal performance and longevity. Our electric motorcycles undergo rigorous safety certifications, exceeding regional standards for vehicle, battery, and charging system safety. With features like regenerative braking for enhanced control and comprehensive safety measures against overcharging and overheating, AO Motors delivers a secure and reliable urban mobility experience for riders and pedestrians alike. Our motorcycles are more than just vehicles. They represent a commitment to environmental stewardship. By reducing carbon emissions and noise pollution, we're paving the way for cleaner, quieter cities. As we expand our footprint, we invite you on this journey towards a greener, more sustainable future. Together, we can drive change, empower communities, and make a lasting impact on urban mobility. Join us on this journey to transform the way people move, empower local economies, and shape a brighter future for generations to come. Together, let's drive change with AO Motors, one ride at a time.
Demain, quand on parle des motos électriques au Bénin, AO Motors doit être en tête de tous les autres motos électriques, puisque nous on a eu l'expérience avec certaines motos électriques, mais aujourd'hui c'est des catastrophiques. Mais aujourd'hui, avec AO Motors, nous en sortis. Un petit témoignage On a livré une moto électrique et une motos le vendredi passé. Et aujourd'hui, la personne a dit vraiment, c'est du jamais vu. Là où il n'était pas parti avec une moto électrique, je ne peux pas appeler le nom, il est allé là-bas sans s'arrêter sur le chemin. Il est revenu, il a l'autonomie de la batterie, il était très content. Mais je l'ai applaudi et qu'avec Eumotos, ça a pris beaucoup d'espérance. Merci beaucoup, monsieur le directeur. Merci beaucoup.
Okay, guys, I think you've been able to see obviously for yourself a model, so you're gonna make your mind out of it. But this is the business that we're supporting in Benin, so electric bike, and yeah, very interesting. So they were founded in 2020, so they're developing electric motorcycle designed for Benin taxi drivers, and those Benin taxi drivers are key for the economy. But those guys, they suffer from pollution related health issues, but also high running costs because inflation, as you know, costs is going high for fuel, right? And obviously, AO Motors is bringing the perfect solution for them, helping them to take back control. And the great thing, obviously, when you go through the Q&A, you'll find out that from the uh, math that's been worked out. So by swapping from ICE ICE motorbike to an e-bike, so these guys are able to almost double the earnings. Yeah, so because the saving amount to almost the same annual income that they're getting. So that's a way for them to support them. So there is no surprise to see that. So Air Motor, what they've seen is Model Taxi Association have expressed interest because what they have, they've been able to gather over 2,000 pre-orders. So it clearly shows here there was a strong demand for those electric motorcycle. But as you can imagine, many places in the continent, so financial assistance is what is needed to cover the initial cost for driver because on their own, that's not something that they can afford. But what is actually quite interesting here with Air Motors is the loan part, which is actually uh, brought forward by the association that collect the request for loans from those drivers, bringing to A Motors. Obviously, that's the reason they're taking the loan. This is stuff. This is not something that is new for them. They're already using the system to buy, ice bike. Yeah. So the current, the traditional motorbike, that's already how they're purchasing that. So you just swapping the system for e-bike, and on top of that, you're getting more money. So that's the reason we're actually quite excited by the by this business, and I think that's one that's worth supporting. But again, as we say that I'm not saying here that you should go. I'm not giving instruction. I'm simply giving a personal opinion, advice as well. So why we believe that it's a sound investment, but you are please required to have a look for yourself, and then you'll be able to make your own decision. And you will see as well in the link what I would do is to put the link for the campaign. So anytime you want to take a look at that, just do so. So go there, take a look at a document that are at your disposal, and decide whether that's something that you want to support or not. So, but we're talking about here, it's relatively simple. So they're looking for 100,000 loan here. So with 10% of simple interest, annual interest. So they propose suggesting to repay that over 4 months, and essentially the campaign is now live, so you can go and obviously take a look at that. So if you want to take part, you want to be part of, because this is a syndicated loan that has been done here. If you want to take part of it, so do so. But please, as I say, do your own due diligence, look at the document, and make sure that you are comfortable. Yeah. So if you're comfortable, take part in it. If you're not comfortable, that's fine. The subscription will run over the next 6 months. But let me tell you why personally I believe that, and why personally as well as Renewables in Africa, we clearly supporting them. Yeah. And then and because we buy as well. But I tell you this the idea why we're supporting them and what we believe that is worth looking at. We believe it's an excellent opportunity for Many reasons, right? First reason is the economic model. It's highly attractive. So what you see is this motorcycle. So the purchase for about $2,000 or less, yeah, and every driver, as I say, will repay the loan with a 10% interest. It's going to be paid off in 24 months, and air models will still be able to meet their commitment, even make, let's say, a decent little profit on top of it. That will help them to buy even more bikes. So, from that standpoint, the economic model is for me highly attractive. But it also makes sense from an environmental change perspective, right? On top of being sustainably economic, because by facilitating the transition to electric motorbike, so what Air Motors is doing for this guy, remember I told you that they were suffering from uh, air pollution, right? So the Air Motors reduce here air pollution and the operational cost of those drivers, right? Because what about the oil change, the fuel and all that. So with the electric bike, so apart from the battery swap, there's not that much that they need to be doing, right? So the operation cost is significantly reduced. So it's really like solar plant, right? So the initial cost, it could be quite prohibitive. But anyway, even for traditional bike, anyway, on this case for this guy, the initial cost is already prohibitive. So in that, it doesn't change that much, right? Simply here, like you're going to invest into something that's obviously going to be beneficial for you on the long term. So they that's why I'm saying that it significantly reduce air pollution operational costs for them and improve as well their income and also their health. And what I like as well in that it's with 2,000 pre-order. Well, 'cause for me, it shows that there is a strong, market demand. Yeah. So when you go as well, that's on the link, you'll be able to see that there is a copy of those LOI. Obviously, they have the names that we blurred out just for privacy purposes, but you can see that clearly there is an LOI that's supporting that. That's great. And on top of that, so just to round it up, you also supporting people and families because those guys, those taxi drivers, so I'm sure if you know a little bit of the continent of Africa, so they are sort of fathers, brothers, so they have responsibilities supporting families. So easily behind them, there's at least 4 to 5 people that rely on them on their income. So that's a way for you to invest into them. So, and A models, they want to use the money to buy between 50 and 60 bikes. So when you do that, so you end up, as you could see, do the math, easily supporting about 300 people, right? So that is not a small feat. So this is for all those reasons we believe that it is an excellent proposition for you to consider and to see whether it makes sense for you. Yeah. So that is what I wanted to come back to you. So sorry, obviously I had to start a little bit late. As I say, there was that big news coming from the US, so it sort of distracted me a little bit. I must admit. I'm sure we're going to talk a lot about that. The implication, also for it's going to be implication. Don't forget that the US has actually launched the IRA, which for me I believe was a good piece of legislation. So Inflation Reduction Act, and obviously we bias, we like to see this program continuing. So whoever is becoming president, but let's see, yeah. So that's what I had to say for today. So thank you for watching. So as always, a pleasure to talk to you. And yeah, guys, let us know. So reach out to us when I have more information. So be delighted. Like I say, there's another two business that's already lined up, and I'm sure we're gonna have more to do. But hey, guys, this is how we take in action to concretely helping those business to grow. Yeah, excellent. Thank you very much, guys. Let me just see. It looks like I may have had a question. Oh no, sorry, that wasn't a question. That was just me obviously sharing a couple of links for you to take a look at. Yeah, I don't think there's any question. But if there's any question, drop me a message. So DM me, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you. In fact, I'll be delighted to talk to you. And if you want to know about more because you are a business, you like to follow the same process, hey, hold up, reach out to us. We're more than happy to talk to you about that. Guys, you have a fantastic Sunday as usual, and looking forward to talk to you very soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.